Hello. I am here, once again, with more Terraria. And no, this is not the top of my usual house. This is a subdwelling that I would use for farming the frozen key, which I have acquired. A lot has happened between the last part and this one. So I'm just going to get started. So, I have all 6 of the biome keys. What do I do with them? Well, that's simple. Let's go to the dungeon. I also got a shell phone, so there's that. Also, the beachside resort that I had before has been completely corrupted. But that's fine. I got all the fishing things I absolutely wanted. So anyway, off we go to the dungeon. So I've debated in my head during this off-stream farm session type shit, what the hell am I going to do with Terraria anymore, since I have a different game to be playing. And I think what I'll do is, well, first, evict this young lady from that dwelling, because she doesn't need to be there. In fact, she doesn't really need to be anywhere. And I think what I might do is probably take a hiatus from Terraria until such point that I want to tackle an expert mode world where I basically just start over. Because right now, I've done so much in the game that I don't want to start over. But I don't know, having a fresh experience is actually part of the fun. Let's get Spelunker, Hunter, Gravitation, Swiftness, Danger Sense. I also made several new types of potion and duplicated them. So yeah, I am a cheater. Ignore me, if you must. Okay. So I want to open up at least one of each of these chests, but there's only a few different types within your world that you make. This is the hallowed version. Gives you a rainbow gun, among other things that I barely care about. And since you can only get these keys in hard mode, it makes me think, why do we... Yeah, I can't even use these keys until after Plantera. Why do these chests have such outdated stuff in them, aside from the rainbow gun? And in fact, these special biome key weapons are woefully underpowered in comparison to things you can make at this stage of the game. So why? It is a mystery as old as the game itself. Kind of. We don't need that. Take the chest, though. I like the chest. And again, that was the hallowed chest. And all I got with it was this dinky little rainbow gun. Yeah. Anyway, let's go looking for another. Although, I gotta admit, the rainbow is still frickin' there. So it's effectively a placeable magic boundary, so to speak. Which is interesting in its own little way. Very, very little way. Hold up. Get out of here. Also, I've got the Zenith, of course. Most overpowered weapon in the game. Basically the ultimate sword. That is all the frickin' ultimate swords of their respective power levels. So got Stardust wings, which are pretty cool, and fly extra high. And later I am going to explore finding the last two bosses, yes, two, that I have yet to fight. And I am missing Empress of Light, of course, which I've said on stream a couple times. But I am also missing Deerclops, which is a odd little thing that doesn't really drop anything truly worthwhile, but for completion's sake, I want to defeat him. Now if I could just find another biome chest, that'd be magnificent. I've forgotten where the ones I've found are, or the ones I've shown on stream are. pretty much completely. And yet I've been farming the keys like mad. And I'm gonna have to go to the Crimson enabled world that I have to get the Crimson chest there. Because that's the only way to get a Crimson chest. You can't really spawn it in to your corruption world and make it work proper. I think this is the sandstone. And that gives you the Desert Tiger Staff, the one that I was looking for. In the middle of the game. Which I could not find because, well, it was here the whole time. It wasn't anywhere but here. And I think this is jungle. Here is the piranha gun. Again, another underwhelming ranged weapon. But the chest looks pretty nice. Okay, and I think at most we have 2 more biome chests to work with in this place. And then we have to go to the other world for the others, which I think is only Crimson, but you never know. I think they only spawn like a certain number of these kinds of chests, depending on what world you've generated. Get that out of here. Oh, no pressure plates. So anyway, yeah, I farmed the absolute hell out of the biome keys. And I did use Terraria Edit to ease the moving around to different biomes type of thing for my secondary base. Which is basically the enemy arena I have on top of my main stronghold, but sort of expanded to include a certain biome's blocks beneath it. And lately it's been frost, or the frozen biome, the tundra. Dude, why do you have to be on spikes? Alright, whatever. Okay, and this gives us the Staff of the Frost Hydra, which is actually really good. But it's a sentry, for God's sake. Nobody wants sentries. Also, this is like post-Plantera stuff, of which you have many more options than these. And the drop rate for a biome key of any kind is abysmal. So you probably wouldn't be able to get any of these at all, unless you were obscenely lucky. And you probably wouldn't want to use them anyway. So there really is no point to farming biome keys. Unless you're insane, like me. And this was my little farming area for various dungeon things that I've since torn down the banners for. Also, you do not need more than one banner of each enemy, because that shit does not stack. Of which I learned, again, after the fact. Also, I made this toilet and fishing pond just to get a type of crate, which I'll show you in a minute. But overall, it's underwhelming, the results of that, so do with that what you will. Okay, I'm struggling to think if there was a corruption chest in this dungeon or not. I have no idea. Anyhow, so yeah, just a lot of going insane on this game, because fuck if I know. Well, tell you what, save, quit, open up T-edit, and figure out where to go now. If there is a corruption chest, I will be back. On that world in particular. Otherwise, I'm going to have to generate a new freaking world just to get that thing. So anyway, BRB, well, I figured that shit out without gameplay in the background. Okay, I found it. So, it is actually in the world I have. Hold on. Get rid of some things. Get rid of some things I don't actually need. Hold on. There. Okay. So, So anyway, I'm playing some music in the background. Because we've all heard this music from the game many, many times before. Hold on. Sorry about that. Things. Things concerning cat. Of which should be inside at this hour. Now, if I recall correctly, from my look at the map, it should be around here somewhere. Although it's actually in the leftward hallway. Get rid of that thing. I don't need it. Also, all those chests at my secondary base camp is basically to hold all the banners I've been collecting, which there are a lot, but not quite that many. So, I don't know what the other chests are there for. Prestige, mimic fodder. Your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, I went a little overboard. I think it's over this direction? Somewhere in the blue section, I know that much. Hold on, checking the map again. Oh yeah, we went a little too far down. Well, maybe. Yeah, we did, actually. Alright, it's actually above the fork part. Not below it, where I am. I think this is still the purple section, though. No, it's not. Okay, up. We have this little fork section here. That should be above this somewhere. Actually, it should be around here. Oh, it's right there. Okay. My eyes aren't too good. Anyway. Don't need those. Scourge of the Corrupt. The Corruptor. Scourge of the Corruptor Also a middling melee weapon. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the biome chests. They are pretty pointless. Alright, we got one more chest to look at. I love that this thing can hold on. Finish my thought here. Can either go to my home or my spawn, and they are differentiated. Well, I have my pick of all the dumb weapons that are in the game for some reason. So there's something. And it only took me the whole frickin' playthrough to get them. Okay. We got our crimson key. Put this at home. Save and exit. Alright, just streaming 2. Take me to the ocean. The other ocean. Wait. Was the dungeon on this side of the thing? I can't remember. It's been a little too long. Well, the jungle's on this side, so no. The dungeon, I think, is always on the side opposite your jungle for the world. I can't remember if I'm correct or not. Alright, well, not a whole lot to get here except for the one thing. Okay, I think this is it. And this gives you vampire knives, which, while pretty weak, the life-stealing effect could actually be good. So yeah. 6 items that are basically borderline pointless. But I collect them anyway. And I believe that any biome chest will have these 6. Straight up. They are basically, they come with each. They come guaranteed with each of their respective biome chests. There isn't a random chance of them popping up. There's just, they have them. So there we go. And vampire knives are like this. They're kind of thrown. Very quick as well, but they have a pretty weak per hit damage. In comparison to the Zenith, of course. So anyway, next order of business is to find ourselves some flinks to get their fur. And to do that, we have to go into the caverns of the tundra. Yay! Also, I kind of covered up my usual means of getting to the underground with this space. So, just give me a minute. Alright, now we're in it. Actually, we could probably make another... Hold up. Actually, no, there is a way from the other side. I was just being dumb. We need to go deeper. Alright, this should be the area where we'll hopefully find some flinks. Frost stuff. I'm probably just going to be mining through the walls and not really giving a shit. Except, this place I have not really explored too much. So there may be a few things I have not collected. Like this frost staff, for instance. Oh, there's a flinx. I want its fur. And there it is. Lazy flower or something? Flower of frost? Fascinating. Now we could do duplication and get them all, but, where's the fun in that? It's far more flinxes. So yeah, this is like a somewhat deep underground tundra thing with lynx fur. I wasn't going deep enough when I tried finding it before. God knows why. I think I was just lazy. And yes, my stand is a little overzealous. But as JoJo references go, it's right on the money. Comes with the Stardust armor. Definitely a summon. You know, I didn't even get halfway through Xenoblade Chronicles. But they got the music. They got the music down. Lime kelp, why would I want that? Rock, we got several. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this, but it seems like the spawn rate for these things is abysmal when you're deeper down in the caverns. Because everything else spawns too. Effectively replaces it. Flinks is actually one of the few pre-hard mode enemies you could probably completely miss and have to look at later. Struggling to find one because all of the hard mode spawns are superseding him. It's just one of those things, you know? Yeah, and if you forgot to get some Flink's fur before kicking things into hard mode, you're kinda SOL. Except if you're pretty damn lucky, which I have been. And if it's next to a hollow or evil biome, forget about finding one. Or finding more than one. As it were. Because, yeah, that shit... too many damn spawns competing for space. I gotta say though, this is a pretty good way of trying your best to farm natural spawns for the frozen key, which I did not do. I actually farmed the Pumpkin Moon event coupled with the Eclipse because that's faster, it has more mobs going on in the biome, and it isn't purely limited to what naturally spawns in the area. So you could just spawn whatever the hell you want. It's anything that spawns a key, or that drops coins that can drop the biome key for a respective biome. So yeah. You could even farm frickin' hard mode mimics, or giant mimics, whatever you want to call them, but that road I've tried, and it is difficult. It is not very efficient in the long run, because you're having to make keys of light or night and throw them in chests and then close said chests with just that item in it. And that takes more time than it takes to spawn, 10s, 20s of random mobs that want to eat your face already. And they aren't as hard to kill, so do the math. You can kill those faster than you could any hard mode mimic. Also, spawn them in mass. Not to mention, the natural spawns respond to Blue Candle and Battle Potion. But the hard mode mimics do not. Well, actually they kinda do, but you'd have to actually go searching for them instead of making them yourself. And that would be not exactly as efficient as making them yourself either. It's more efficient to make them yourself. But they themselves, made by you, are not very efficient compared to the various attack events that you can get into. Also, a goblin invasion might actually be better than the Pumpkin King or Pumpkin Moon event for farming said things, just because there are probably slightly more mobs, but I don't know. And only when there is no predefined victory condition can an event spawn more or less of mobs based on your spawn rate from either the combat potion, calming potion, or any other thing like the blue candle. Also, blue candle does not stack with more blue candles. Another thing I kind of forgot. So anyway, we have 4, which is not enough. And I'm kind of bored, so let's just go to the cloning house and clone some shit. Put that in there. Take me home. Put that stuff away. Take me to spawn. And this is kind of why I build directly on spawn, because it gives you options for how to come back to your main base of operations. You know what? We should probably terraform the beach over there, because I don't want my duping character to get harassed and die more than they actually want. What am I just doing in here? Probably ran out of room otherwise, so fine. What? What are you doing? Was it locked? Why was it locked? Concerned. Alright, let's go purify the beach. As much as we can, anyway. It's looking pretty well gone at this rate. Yeah, and I noticed that the beach was fully corrupt, more or less, when my angler and other NPCs showed up at the main apartments. Which I do not want. Or did not want. Right now it's kind of whatever, but really it's just annoying to deal with corruption every which way. Bleep, 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 I could probably purify the entire frickin' ecology of this area. I just don't care. Throwing a party? Oh my god. It doesn't fucking matter. Not to me. Alright, let's head back. My little ocean pond, also corrupt. I'm just gonna purify all the way up to a certain point. Because we don't need corruption around here. We just don't. We never did. Vile powder is only useful if you're trying to spread corruption. And that's basically the only purpose of vile mushroom. King Slime, really? Do you really want to fuck yourself up like that? Well, there's also the corruption key that is only acquirable in corrupt biomes, so there's that. Other than that, it's kind of you know. So, whatever, burger. I'm just cleaning it all up because I can. And it's so easy with the terraformer. It's kind of borderline boring how easy it is. I did have a little difficulty getting the jungle biome key, but I mean, it's whatever, you know? Just bend the ecology to your whim, and everything's fine. Well, I've at least got much of the surface cleansed. Some things can't really be fixed. Unless you go ham. Which I don't want to do. Not now. Not at the 11th hour. And this is going to be a short stream because once I get deer clops down, I'm just going to go into Empress of Light and call it good. And that's going to be the finale for Classic Mode, if not Terraria in general for me. Because I've got other games to play. Are they worthwhile games? I don't even know. That's worth investigating, and I want to investigate. Let's just purify this and make sure it's purified. Also, that was the former location on the map for my farming platform. Well, because I use T-Edit to move it around. Because I'm just lazy like that. You know? I don't have a job, but if I were to have a job, it would not be this. Because this is my chill out time. And I want to keep it that way. Unfortunately, the fates are hard-pressed to keep me unemployed. And getting work with my usual line of work is not coming up successful at the moment. So I'm probably going to have to find a new line of work. Whatever that is. Be it playing video games for fun on stream, or I don't know, things I've done before in my life, before becoming a data analyst. Like taking care of old people. Because I took care of my grandma for 7 years. I wonder what would happen if I tried purifying a demon altar. Would it just not work? It might just not work. And I cannot purify the shadow orbs, I don't think. In fact, the corruption would probably just spread again from those. Uh-oh. Yeah, and there's like some kind of dialogue you can get with the Dryad for cleansing all the lands of corruption, or something like that. And it's From what I understand, it's pretty underwhelming. So I'm not going to be doing that, obviously. Alright, I think that's enough. And we got the corruption on the frickin' East Coast to hold things together, so to speak. That is, if corruption could ever hold anything together, which I doubt. Alright, so we purified shit. Now there's quite a divide for the corruption to, well, corrupt. So I'm gonna whatever this bitch. And peace the fuck out on this world while my duping character has the fun. And by fun, I mean dies many times over in hopes of delivering my stuff back into the chests he took it from. Over and over and over. While I Alt F4. So anyway, metaphor is fun. I like it. I'm not as rabid about it as some people might be, but it is fun. The story is interesting. Character designs are interesting. Some of the themes are a little nauseating, but I've played Tales of Arise to completion, more or less. And that shit was pretty nauseating as far as the social justice warrior themes that were going on. So yeah, not my thing to have that kind of shit. It's mostly the characters that were born into affluence that, oh, want to help the downtrodden. I hate. It's tokenistic. I don't like it. It's performative. It's everything wrong with society today. IRL. And I hate that shit. And no, I'm not going to keep doing this the whole time until I've got 99.99 of the things. We're just going to get up to, like, here is fine. Because I don't plan to farm this guy out for every piece of loot he could drop. Just isn't going to happen. In fact, I think we're done. We just want to summon him once, kill him, to show roughly what it looks like, and be done with him. Alright, the Flink's fur has to combine with demonite ore, which we have to get more of, because fuck me. Fuck me and my ideals, you know? Now I'm pretty sure one of the crates will have demonite drop from it, although I can't really be certain. So what I'm going to do instead is take these suspicious looking eyes and use them. Also, I did actually capture the lacewing butterflies from the hollow off stream. So we're going to have some fun with that eventually. Alright, so let's go ahead. Blue, blue, come on. Have to wait for night, don't we? Which is almost here. Party time's over. How dare they? Frost core and an ice feather. Because it's a blizzard now. I don't think I've ever collected frost cores. I don't know why, but the frost-based, ice-based things that you can make are not really high on my priorities at any playthrough, at any stage of a playthrough. Anyway. Simple. Very, very simple. Can't summon multiple at once, and that's a crime. I collected a bunch of these over the course of the playthrough. Just been stashing them away for reasons. Not very good reasons, but reasons nonetheless. Blah. There we go, we got our demonite. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need these, or those, or those, or those. Jesus Christ, man. Way too many things to loot. And fuck me, I have to loot them all. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. I feel a certain itch when I don't. And I bet you all could relate. Those playing certain RPGs on a regular basis. get some more, because we can. By the way, I am going to actually farm Empress of Light for pretty much all of her drops, if at all possible, which is why I captured like several of the lacewing butterflies and or duped more of them, because I don't know, I'm just obsessed like that. Obsessed with completion. By the way, I did play, oh, that was a natural deer clops. Fascinating. I didn't even have to go to the trouble of making one happen, it seems. So yeah, easy as you please. That. No. Get out of here. Taboo Houndius Shootius. Okay. Whatever. No, sir, you shall not. Alright. Well, we did deer clops then. And we didn't even need the flinx fur. Or the demonite. So my life feels a little pointless. A little more pointless than it was. But, you know, these things happen. At any rate, alright, we need to go to the hollow and kill a butterfly, or 8. Because I am a very bad person. Now, during the farm to get the hollow key, I used this plateau, which wasn't a plateau before. I made it a plateau. And that's how I got all these butterflies in my inventory. They kept on coming out, and getting in my way, and I didn't want to do the Empress of Light just yet. There she is. See how fast we can get her. And how fast she could get us. Not very fast. Now this would be a lot more difficult on... oh hey, a kaleidoscope. A lot more difficult on expert mode, which I might do later, but not now. Just because I've been playing this game a long time. Okay, so we got the kaleidoscope. That's basically one of the things we wanted. Let's do it again. should actually summon the Stardust Dragon to make this even faster. Keen Starlight and Armored Empress Wings. Fascinating. Don't really need these. These aren't exactly on my list, but fine. Now, we can only really summon her during the night, is the thing. So we have to retreat to our bunker, more or less. And this is pretty much the ideal thing. The kaleidoscope, though, I really want it to be legendary. Can't really do much about that, though. So yes, this is our boss bunker, more or less. I have 8 heart statues here, all producing hearts, theoretically. Now, you do have to keep toggling the signal to those statues every 10 seconds to keep them spawning hearts optimally, which you can do with timers, 5-second timers. And I have a switch that turns all those timers on. So there you go. Now, I think there are a couple other bosses on expert mode, like the full Mothron boss, instead of just its hatchlings. But I don't feel like showing that off during this playthrough. And I'm going to give my Terraria gameplay up to a month or 2 of leeway before I come back. Izor. Do we have Izor here? Sucks that it's not in alphabetical order. At least not entirely. Doesn't seem like it. So I'm just going to put this thing up. Yeah, if you've got the banner buff for something, you've got the banner buff for something, and you can't really improve it with more banners. Just like the boss statue. Bossed. So yeah, most of these buffs are one instance only. And you cannot stack them on top of each other. Which, lesson learned, but so boring. I want to break the game, damn it. Also, you can tell that I've changed out all the torches on this thing to their biome variants, and I have 1 garden gnome on the top, which is enough. 1 bass statue, which is enough to improve my luck for getting the drops I wanted from this biome, which pretty much amounts to the frozen key, etc. And I was tinkering with this design pretty much up until the frozen key was found. So yeah. It's been a work in progress ever since I came up with the idea to farm the biome keys. And that was shortly after the previous stream I've had of this game, which I was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, yeah. Now, when I do come back for expert mode, I am going to keep using this character with all the gear and everything, because expert mode is kind of a pain in the ass. Well, actually, no, master mode is the pain in the ass, which I will do even longer after expert mode. And I've rethought over and over about the significance of playing through the game again rather than simply changing this world into an expert mode world. Because at that point in time, later in the year, probably around Christmas, I'm probably going to want to play again. Like, from the beginning. More or less. But I am probably going to import all of my old structures over into the newer world in some fashion, so I don't give up on the mechanics that I've been up to here, like the arenas, the buildings with NPCs clustered like sardines, the trophies, the items in chests that I would rather keep, the duplication factory out near the ocean for fish. And I don't know how useful fishing is going to be when I get into expert mode later. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm doing fine. Here's my fishing setup. Works out pretty damn well. And that is the nebula wings. Just for shits and giggles, you know. Hold on. Let's turn off the star cells because we don't need them. We need my dragon. Good old, big old long boy. I mean, he isn't the best for crowd control, but he is the best for bosses. Relatively speaking. And plus, I can just do this for crowd control and not give a shit. So anyway, that's for Empress. So this is supposedly the best whip in the game. And you probably can't really tell because it's not legendary status yet, but we'll get it there. I don't even need the bunker. I am my own bunker. At least for this event. Now, in expert mode, and by extension master mode, the damage bonus from banners, the damage bonus and damage mitigation bonus, are actually higher by double. On classic mode, they are only 25% and 10% respectively, I think. I'd have to double check the wiki to make sure, but anyway. In expert mode, the damage bonus is 50% more. Oh wait, no. And I think I'm getting that mixed up a bit. Actually, it's a 50% damage bonus in classic mode and a 100% bonus in expert. Yeah, and I think the damage mitigation bonus is like 25% for classic and 50% for expert, but only from the sources that are on the banner. So the more you kill, up to a certain point, the more you'll be able to deal with them in the future. And that's usually around 50 kills. 50 kills worth. Although not always. There are some banners that drop at 25 kills, which pretty cool. But those are mostly like rare mobs, like the mimics and things like that. So I did a lot of research during the weekend. And yes, I am a little tired of it. So effectively, I did burn myself out on the game, preparing for this stream. But I digress. I mean, it's a finale stream. I have to prepare for a finale, right? I am also picking things up at a larger distance because of this. It's pretty cool. Kind of better than this. The Necromantic Scroll. Necromantic Scroll doesn't combine with anything. Kind of pisses me off. Did I already have a Mothram banner? I do. I just don't have an extra one in one of these chests, so... Dr. Manfly, I've got extra. Frankenstein, I've got extra. Actually, it's Frankenstein's monster Shut the fuck up, nerd. I mean, I'd be right there with you, but they name it Frankenstein in the game. Game developers got it wrong, but who am I to judge now? Alright, we're through. Let's go to spawn and deposit some shite. Make the celestial stone and the celestial shell. That's pretty cool. Might actually take that over this. Maybe. Yeah. I'm kind of past the point where the damage mitigation from reduced potion cooldowns is actually a factor. So let's go ahead and make it wording and call it good. No. Fuck off. Can it be legendary? I have no idea. I would assume so. Murderous. Legendary. There we go. This one can go in storage because this one's up above 400. Holy shit. But this one's a lot quicker. Does like multiple hits in a swing. Okay, we can have that. Not too sure about the Empress wings. Probably none too good in comparison to Stardust. Okay, I think I'm ready for the next phase of the plan, relatively speaking. Alright, we're good. Also, it's the Night of Luck. Yes, I researched a lot about luck. During the weekend. Yeah, this just does a lot more DPS. Because you're swinging like 7 swords at once. Starlight. Fine. Another one. Kaleidoscope again. Doesn't matter, not really. I mean, she isn't the strongest boss in the game. Definitely the flashiest. I'll need another one of these. Or these. Or those. We can keep this, though. And the mask. Alright, one more, relatively speaking. And then I'll have to go get my own, if at all possible. Alright, well, prismatic dye. Maybe. What does it look like? Not what I clicked. Is that any different from the rainbow dye? I think it might be. Megaphone, don't need it. I think the the water candle was helping with spawning more of the butterflies. Because I have yet to find one natural spawn of a butterfly during this entire session. So yeah. And this is the prime time for it. Plus, I had a lot more spawn area to work with. Sort of. So anyway, yeah, these things can only appear at night. Until midnight. Which it is past midnight, so. But You can pretty much use them anytime if you capture them. Anyhow, that was Empress of Light. And I might go ahead and duplicate our prismatic die, because it's a rare die that you cannot get from the die trader. So anyway, I could go into the whole frickin' pylon thing, but I'm like, dude, that's just making NPCs happy, and NPCs don't need to be happy, ever. So I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck ever, man. We don't need this shit. So anyway, pretty short stream. I kind of want to take it easy tonight because I've been feeling very, very sore over the past couple days working in the yard. Plus, I kind of want to play Metaphor instead. And we did all the bosses in Terraria. And I don't think I need to go any more ham than I have. And yes, I did have a little water tank accident. Don't worry about it. We'll figure shit out later. My back is killing me. But more than that, my knees. So I'm going to be chilling out. And probably play more Metaphor tomorrow. On stream. Always on stream. Because I'm going to keep going. And I'm not going to play it off stream. It's a pretty cool game. Pretty cool game that I want to keep exploring blind. Because I haven't played any game blind in many years. So yeah. Let's close things out at the title screen. How about that? So yeah, we did the things and got the stuff. Job well done. I kind of did this game to death. Once a couple of years ago, and again over the past couple weeks. So, I keep coming back to it, and I will come back to it again at a later time. And, that will probably have expert mode on the docket. But in the meantime, I'm having fun with a different game. Oh yes, this gameplay has spoilers. No, don't. That's for a different game. That's for Metaphor. Because I'm playing the game without fucking giving a shit about the spoilers for anybody, and Atlas no likey. So I have to warn people that there are going to be spoilers from my gameplay. Don't ask me why. People are going to, in general, people who watch gameplay of a game they haven't played do generally understand spoilers are going to happen. So, I mean, come on, dudes. Anyway, I'll be back on that tomorrow, if not later after I've had a bit of a break and a snack. So I'm going to get up, walk around, figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my night. If not, play Metaphor. And we'll see if I want to continue. I probably will, to a certain point. Probably one more push into the cathedral, the first dungeon of the game. And if I can't get through on that one push, I'm probably just going to call it a night. Because I've got sleep to catch up on. Anyway, I gotta get a snack and take my meds. If I don't come back for Metaphor, I am LifeSeeker128. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Come check me out on Twitch. I love when people are using my chat in some form or fashion, asking me questions, asking each other questions. I don't care. Just come keep me company. And check out my VODs on YouTube. I've got them all there, if you're interested, for this and other games. But this will be the end of Terraria for the moment. To be picked up at a later time, when I am feeling a little more fresh and have the itch to play again. Like I said, it's likely going to happen around the holidays because of the holiday event that happens in the game. And plus I want to tackle expert mode and master mode on stream with all the gear I have collected from Classic on this character. And hopefully I remember to do that, because remembering is a challenge of mine. So anyway, more to come in any form or fashion. Probably BRB, I don't know. Okay. Bye-bye/BRB.